Even with ISIS approaching their gates, U.S. Marines stationed at the Al-Assad Air Base in Iraq are not backing down. They're continuing to train Iraqi troops, teaching them how to fight back. It is no surprise because Marines have been leading this charge around the world since their founding over 200 years ago. Peter Johnson Jr. joins me now with more.
Good morning, Ainsley. You know, that's right. The history of the Marine Corps is about overcoming odds with a smaller force and winning under the worst conditions in the world. I went to Quantico, Virginia, to understand their history at the National Museum of the Marine Corps. Take a look with me. From the day it was founded almost 240 years ago at Tun Tavern in Philadelphia, the United States Marine Corps has created a history rich in courage and commitment. And those virtues are displayed here at the National Museum of the Marine Corps, a 120,000 square foot tribute to Leatherneck heroes, past and present.
We start with the birth of the Marine Corps on the 10th of November, 1775. From those early years, we go to what we call the Age of Expansion, Marine service in the Philippines and Cuba, on to World War I with the iconic Battle of Belleau Wood, on to World War II, the Korean War, and Vietnam.
The halls of the museum are filled with thousands of artifacts and dozens of exhibits. And I got a first-hand look at it all through the eyes of the Marines who lived the history.
My name is George Catalona. I was in the 5th Marine Division.
Tell us how you felt the first time you came to this museum. What happened?
When they opened the doors, all the gunfire, my mind went all the way back to the time I was going to land. And I stood there, couldn't move, but my body shook like it's never shook before.
My name is Robert Burkhardt. I went to Korea in 1950 with the 1st Provisional Marine Brigade. It's the most desolate country I've ever seen in my life. And with the wind blowing and the cold, when we got out of the trucks that brought us up there, we all fell on the ground because we couldn't feel our feet.
Those brutal conditions of the Battle of the Frozen Chosin Reservoir are captured here with a chilly exhibit that lets visitors feel the bitter freeze endured by the Chosin few.
They say it's the forgotten war, but when you look at Korea today, from the news and everything, and you look at the two countries, I think we won the war.
I'm Norman H. Smith. I'm a retired Marine Lieutenant General, and I served in Vietnam. It brings back very vivid memories because most of us have served in Vietnam, saw every bit of this equipment.
Retired Marine Major Bill Peters is a Vietnam vet and a docent here at the museum, witnessing firsthand the emotional impact this place holds.
There was a Vietnamese lady who came down here and broke down sobbing. And she said, "No, this is my street. This is where I was raised in Hue City before the communists came in."
As the accomplishments and sacrifice of the United States Marine Corps grow, so too will this museum. New exhibits honoring Marines all the way through the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan are breaking ground in the coming months.
This has become a home for Marines. The pride they have in this extraordinary building and what it stands for is just incalculable.
Excellent job, Peter. You see the museum, the shape of the museum. What's the significance?
It's in the shape of the Iwo Jima Memorial.
Right.
In terms of that day, this is an inspiring, edifying, and sobering museum. It's great for the family. It's free. It's a half hour outside of Washington, D.C. And if you want to understand the spirit and hope of America, this is a great place to go. Semper Fi, United States Marine Corps.
Absolutely. Thank you so much,
Thank
Peter,
you
for sharing that with us.